In this survey we have a Victorian terraced house, 4 floors, 20 metres above sea level. Looking down the hill, you can see the natural flow is away from the property. It's unlikely to have rising damp, but there is a concern about water spilling down to the lower ground section. You can see that has been rising damp treatment. We're testing either side of the back door. This is a typical area that you get dampness. But in fact the meter readings are low here. They rise as we move towards the bay window, and in particular around the beading, the metal beading that has been used by plasterers, and it's rusty as can be seen. There's also a lot of sign of filler, like polyflip filler, which is full of salts that show high meter readings even if there is no moisture in the wall itself. We're going to the other side of the bay, and again a lot of testing. We've tested all the walls on the ground floor section, and the only high meter readings are variable, and they are around either side of the bay and next to the chimney breast. Although there are a lot of high meter readings, there are also a lot of low meter readings, and the low meter readings are just as important to note as the high meter readings. We can see some rust here, so it does look like there's excess humidity in this region, and a lot of filler around the sockets where you'd also get metal, so again likely to cause condensation from excess humidity. This looks quite disrupted around the chimney breast. Salts have obviously migrated to the surface. Not a huge problem. They are hygroscopic, so will attract water in themselves, but they're only surface deep. The left-hand side of the fireplace is fine. No high meter readings. It shows as blank if it's anything below 8% WME. That's wood moisture equivalents. It's actually developed. These meters were developed for testing wood out, but they have their place. You can see condensation underneath the pipe, and in fact the floor felt very slightly undulated or warped, and there's a hint of moisture underneath these floor. Apparently they're solid floor with a membrane above it. Often you have issues with moisture flowing up the plaster. On the outside we can see the meter readings is modest, which is normal, so there doesn't seem to be any major cause. You can see salts in the walls themselves. Again, this is normal for a Victorian property. The drains look fine. We tested the airflow within, and we found that the kitchen is not vented. The chimney looks like it's vented. There is a passive vent that looks like it's blocked, that should be unblocked, on the rear of the property by the walls, and modest meter readings. The drain looks slightly blocked. There's a bit of salt damage on the outside, or salts on the outside. We tested the utility room. It seemed to be fine, although we understand the surveyor found high meter readings there, but that could be above the shed. That could easily be, there's an excess wood that could be removed. Looking upstairs, we found there's some damp in the reception, but in fact the ceiling was dry. Similarly on the top floor, but it appears to be caused by humidity, moisture, internal moisture, as can be seen around the Velux window. On the whole, the property looks fine. It just needs to have its ventilation rethought through.